So if you guys could change the Constitution in one way, how would you change it?
Perverse, gov major.
Georgetown University.
I was literally going to say legalize abortion.
Maybe abortion laws, you know?
Rights to abortion, like transgender rights to have surgery, without necessarily parental consent. Yes, you have freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean you have right to sit there and scream at someone because they choose to change their gender or they love the same sex, things like that.
So should we add trans rights to the Constitution?
Absolutely.
Definitely adding in like policies that like make healthcare more accessible for like immigrants as well as like people in low-income communities. I just think we need to get the old white fucks out of power, but that's not really a constitution issue.
What the hell did I just watch? I watched a bunch of feminist, liberal college girls telling their opinion on how the Constitution or the founding documents should be changed for tranny bullshit, for abortion, for legals getting cheaper insurance and health insurance. I'm sorry. The founding documents are not meant to run your health care, make you happy. You have to pursue that yourself. They just create documents to protect your right to be free and pursue your happiness. So you won't be boggled down by government tyranny. Okay? These girls, these feminists, which obviously they are, their focus is on abortion and tranny stuff. It's not anything else. That's their focus. And this is what's wrong with the West. We've let feminism run amok, and this is the result of that. Feminism has destroyed the West. And if you think about it and look back on that, all these girls are grossly ignorant on our founding documents and the papers. And there's one girl like, government here, I'm government, I know what I'm talking about. Apparently you don't. Every American should have this in their back pocket or in their purse and be reading it. Everyone. Because apparently nobody knows what this says. Obviously, these college kids have been brainwashed and propagandized to think that their light and transient causes are priority number one. So, and it even says in the Declaration. Second paragraph. Let's see here. Let me read this here. Prudence indeed will dictate the government's long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, meaning tranny crap, abortion rights, and so forth. And our founding fathers didn't foresee women going out and killing their children for convenience. They didn't see a godless people, basically. Because you have a godless people, they just shred the Constitution. They don't give a shit. All they care about is their nihilistic behavior, their usury, their transactional sex and getting off. They don't care about how this affects their nation and how it destroys it. This is a fact. So here we are, and we have a republic to save, folks. We have a huge republic to save because this is what we're up against. Feminist, liberal, white women who hate their own kind. They hate being white. They jump on the bandwagon for some cause that isn't going to help them out at all. And by the way, the people that they're trying to help and save, the Somalis, other illegal people that shouldn't be here. The Somalis are criminals, okay? They're criminals. They're ripping off America. And Minnesota is more concerned about ICE coming in and doing with their job than going after the criminals that are ripping the Americans off. Okay, that's just totally upside down world. I could go off on that. That's ridiculous, and these people are fucking stupid. Be that as it may. What was I going to say? We have, it's Minnesota, it's California, it's New York, it's Chicago. Everything is backwards. These young students graduating high school can't read or write. They're fucking illiterate. So, of course, they're not going to know what this says. They don't know cursive handwriting. They're not going to know what this says. And that's by design, okay? That is by design. They take this out and they take civics out of classes. So you're not even taught proper governance and what this stuff means. Our founding fathers studied atrocities all over the world in history, and they figured out an experiment way to help save mankind. People can be free as long as you check the fucking government, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. But we have a criminal enterprise in government, and that's a fact. That's why Trump is having such a hard time. because everyone's a goddamn criminal. Probably 98% of them. Yep. So we have a criminals running the show, and they've got their handlers, So, and I know who the handlers and the goblins are. Most people should know by now. But anyway, I'm ranting right now, but that bullshit, that video I showed, is a perfect example what we're up against. And it's scary. It's crazy that these people have no fucking clue what they're talking about. And we have a republic to save. So everybody should be carrying one of these around. I think it's from the Cato Institute, but you can probably get them online anywhere. And there's so much to this. And then the 13th Amendment. I have a previous video on my Rumble channel that talks about the 13th Amendment and how it's really not. It's supposed to be about titles of nobility, but they took that one out and they replaced it with something else. The titles of nobility can't serve in government. And that was the original 13th Amendment. What are titles of nobility? Attorneys. So there you have it. We have attorneys in office doing unscrupulous things in our government. And nobody knows that the 13th Amendment was changed a long time ago. And it needs to go back to the original. No titles of nobility can hold office. And that means attorneys. So we have a long way to go, folks. But the first thing, people need to get educated on the founding documents. That's first and foremost. People should be carrying one of those around and reading it at their leisure instead of scrolling in their phone. It's much more fascinating than the bullshit TikTok videos of the misandrous women hating on men out there. So feminism is a nightmare, and we have to change that. Anyway, this is Vanessa with the Tough Love Show. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.